Well, I'm a flipping idiot. I literally somehow, through going back and forgetting the back button was on my mouse here, I accidentally went all the way back to what I was talking about. So, guess I'm gonna have to do my whole list again. Just reading off all these animes I have either watched or want to watch. Some of I have watched either multiple times or I'm watching now. I think they're very good, and there's some that I actually still want to look at, either watch over again and stuff like that. So I'll just read from the top again. Again, sorry if it seems I'm repeating myself because I basically am. I'm kind of forcing myself to because I screwed up so bad. Absolute Duo, Kame ga Kill, Akatsuki no Yona, Maji Brilliant Park, Angel Beats, Asobi ni Iko Yo, Bikata HK, Bikini Warriors, Bleach, Blood Lad, Haganai, Haganai Next, Campione, Chainsaw Man, Charlotte, Chunibyo Ren, Code Geass, Dekaro, Boku wa H ga Dekane, Data Life 2, Data Life 3, Elfen Light, Fairy Tail, Freezing Vibration, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Gakusen Toshi Asterisk, Gakusen Toshi Asterisk second season, Gekken Shoujo Nazaki-kun, Golden Time, Guilty Crown, Honey Hamada, The Devil is a Part Timer, The Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat, Aria the Scarlet Ammo, Aria the Scarlet Ammo AA, High School DxD, High School DxD New, High School DxD Born, High School DxD Hero, High School of the Dead, 100, Demon King Demayo, Infinite Strauss 2, Kanokon, Kill la Kill, Kasaiju, Say no Kakuritsu, because it exists. Love Horizon, Masamune, Kun no Revenge, Maso Gakuen HXH, Mayuchiki, Future Diary, or Marai Nikki, Monster Masume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls, Monster Girl Doctor, the Doctor for Monster Girls, Moto to Loveru, Yakopara, and you thought there was never a girl online. No Game No Life, No Game No Life Zero, Norogami, Arigato, No Come, The Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter, Ore Monogatari, Ore Shura, Upright Company, Peter Grill to Kenja no Jikon, Chivalry of a Failed Knight, Rosarian Vampire 2, Sakurai Pure Engagement, Your Lie in April, Testament Assistant New Devil, Testament Assistant New Devil Burst, Showman Sample, Shumatsu no Harem, or World in Harem, Heaven Lost Property Forte, Spice and Wolf 2, Spy X Family Part 2, Steins Gate 0, Supersonico the Animation, Sword Art Online 2, Seven Deadly Sins, To Lover Darkness, To Lover Darkness Second, Towaru Kagaku no Railgun, Towaru Kagaku no Railgun S, Toradora, Trinity 7, Watamote, My Teenage Romantic Comedy Snafu, My Teenage Romantic Comedy Snafu 2, and again, this one I just kind of made up because I wasn't too sure. My Teenage Romantic Comedy Snafu Thrice, and then Yamada Kun and the Seven Witches. Again, I apologize if it seems like I had to repeat that because I did, because for some reason my stupid ass, um, while going back to another page to verify what I was about to say, I somehow clicked back on here and then I restarted the whole thing. So my dearest apologies. But what I was trying to say in that initial recording was so for example, for one of the stories, I'm taking inspiration, I'll say, from a story written by Relentless with two Z's, 41, someone who I think is a great writer, and I've enjoyed rereading a lot of the stuff he's written. And one I was initially taking inspiration of for one of my other stories, but I'm actually going to take from one of his friends, Anime Freak 1988. And again, if I do a full on thing where I, decide, hey, if you want to read this, I'll link it down below. obviously in the link to the story itself, or in the description of the story itself, and in the link in the video or whatever. If that's what I do, because it might be just me describing it, might not be me reading any of it, so I don't spoil it for anybody. I will definitely make sure to link those people down below. Make sure to link to their story and link to their page or whatever on Wattpad, because if it's not obvious, that's why I use it to write most of my stories on. And so, like for example, one I have again, I have a few different, we'll say ideas, quotation marks here. I can't really. I'm not going to spoil which ones I have for wrestlers, obviously, but like for example, let's say I decide that I want to do my own interpretation or my own incorporation of my OC, Aaron Winter, in place of the male reader, which is, as far as I recall, unless I'm misremembering something. Look at details. Yeah, like for example, the story I'm going to be referencing is Thunder Love and Priestess Akino X Reader, which if you read like in the first chapter, it literally gives like the keys. Like it's, you put your character's first name, last name, hair color, eye color, stuff like that. Simple, some what I would call simple stuff like that. And that's kind of what I'd be doing, except obviously I would have my character already in mind, so I can just input the stuff in there. Um, but like, uh, but yeah, like just simple stuff like that, I guess. Another one is, and some of these the titles I've done are based off of the fact that some of these stories already have a second part. Like for example, Thunder and Priestess, I have it written as like what is it? What do I have it written as? Thunder Love and Priestess 3, because um and I have it on the whole reading list here. Voltage is the second, I guess, volume, I suppose, based off after Thunder Love and Priestess Akinoix Reader. So that's why, just so I can maybe try to avoid any kind of confusion, because I don't want to make it seem like this is the original, because obviously this is just my inspiration, I think I'll keep saying interpretation, or just my incorporating my character in place of the reader. Which I hope no one will misinterpret as me trying to take all the credit for all the work that the original writer Relentless put in. I would not do that. Like that guy, I'm sure, with either having a job or any kind of thing else keeping him busy, I'm sure I wouldn't want him to feel like I'm just taking all the credit for all of his work. Obviously, I'm not doing that. I'm just putting my own word, or trying to put my own spin on some of these stories. So like another example is Love and Swing, which in this case is, and that is the other one of the other stories I'm doing my own version of. I believe it's supposed to say Love and Swing. Okay, it does say it. I guess on my actual thing it does not show it. But this is called Love and Swing 3, because just like with the Akino one, come on, where are you? Yes, there's a second sequel to that, Love and Swing 2. So again, just to avoid any kind of confusion, Love and Swing 3, that's my story. With Aaron. And then okay, this one I had to take a bit of. I initially was taking inspiration from one of Relentless's ones again, but this time I think that, and then two other ones I'm going to be discussing. I'm going to be taking inspiration from his friend, Anime Freak 1988. That's the ones. That's the person whose story I'm going to be taking a lot of reference from for the story involving Lin Ying, Reen, or Huang, or Reen. Sorry, you're getting a close look up at my Avengers shirt because I'm plugging in my computer. Sorry, I was hoping not to have to do that, but I forgot my computer was a little low, so shit. Okay, I think we're good. So yeah, uh Also, I should probably say that with some of these are based off the fact that a lot of most of them, only a few, not really, but of the some of these stories I'm doing are based off of crushes I wrote on a whole other thing like document or whatever that my characters have crushes on some of these characters. For example, since I kind of wanted to try to see if we could split it, but I thought, I could do something different. So, like for example, Reen, Charlotte Donois, and Lara Bodewig, all three characters from the great, in my opinion, anime series Infinite Stratos. I wrote it that Jaden will have a crush on all of them and would like to get possibly romantically involved with them, befriend them, whatnot. So again, I took the same title as Relentless's story because actually both the Charlotte Dunois story by Anime Freak 1988 and the Laura Bodewig one and the Reen one didn't have a real full on title. So I thought for the Reen one, I'll take the title I was using as like with number two. Um, from Relentless is one double ramen. I put double ramen two Lin Ying Huang X Reen X Jaden Cook or slash I should say Reen. Um, and yeah, a lot of writing and shit I'm doing. This one I just put with the title I kind of had Infinite Stratos story Charlotte X Jaden Cook. German pilot falls in love. Laura Bodewig, ex Jaden Cook. Again, something simple. This one again, again taking inspiration from the titles of the other ones. I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay. um, this next one is the third. I'll say my version, I guess, of the My Pawn Rias X Reader, except in this case, Rias X Grammary X Aaron Winter story. Again, taking inspiration from the story written by Relentless 41, except in this case, it's that I'm adding a whole third separate, not related chapter, I guess, or update, I guess, for that whole story, which again is my character taking the place of the reader. Again, something I think, very simple. Um, Maybe not simple from a writing perspective, but that's okay. This is a recent one. This one I just literally barely updated a few minutes ago. This one, because I basically wrote both characters have a crush on this psycho. Admitted psycho, or I think she would admit she's a psycho. I'm doing just one of now. This and another one I have written are some of my more ambitious, I'll say, ones. And I'll explain what I mean. I'll go back to that. I have one in Vermilion, two Stella Vermilion, X Jaden Cook. Again, another story written by the talented, relentless 41. I have White Ears 3. I might do a White Ears 4 as like a follow up to this one if I get through all the chapters of this one. I think I might do that for some of them, like with Rias and Akino. If I can get through those initial chapters, if I can figure out what I'm gonna do, if I want to do like the second part, like Relentless did, I might. Now, again, don't say I'm stealing ideas. I'm literally just trying to figure out in my head if I'm gonna go that far and do that. White Ears 3, Super Genius, Origami Tobiichi, X Jaden Cook. Again, because again, trying not to pick hairs, I decided Jaden would be the one going after some of the Day Alive characters. Confidence 2, Ross Visa, X Aaron Winter. Wing Love 2, Hoki Shinono, X Jaden Cook. This one I just kind of started on. But this one's kind of it was based off of one of I think number one Watamote Watamote um let me double check. I'm pretty sure if I saw this correctly. Yeah, as of April 2020, which is however long ago, this story, the one I'm basing this off of, when two antisocials meet Tomoko X male reader, it's ranked as of April 2020. It was ranked number one for, I guess, for the whole anime, I guess, of Watamote. So yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, so again, in this case, I'm using Aaron for this one again. And so let me go back to the one I kind of skipped over, and I'll go over the next one. These are why I'm saying, this is the reason I say these two stories I'm doing next, or I have like written up here, are very ambitious, and I'll explain why I say they're very ambitious. The main reason I say that is because of all the work I'm gonna have to do to try to make it make sense, and let me try my best, very very best to explain. So again, I think a lot of people know. I don't know if most people would call Yuno Gasai their favorite yandere in anime, but I couldn't call her my favorite yandere in anime. Maybe because I don't watch too much, try to watch too much people that are yandere in anime. I don't know. Maybe that's a fault of mine. I have no clue. But anyway, so I decided again, because in my crushes, both she's written for both of them. I'm just saying Jaden will do this one, and then I have a more foldy, I guess, also overly ambitious one for Aaron. But for this one, I'm basically, now you can say however you feel about it, but I'm gonna do probably the craziest thing of writing I'm doing. I'm basically gonna be, how do I put it? I'm trying to crack my neck. That didn't work. I'm basically going to be rewriting Mirai Nikki, aka Future Diary, except that the Yuki in this situation is my male OC, Jaden Cook. He'll be taking place of Yuki, the person who was the senpai, I guess, to Yuno, who she basically would have killed anyone else over. And essentially, I need to find some weird way of trying to get in the headspace of if my character was Yuki, and trying to do all of that. And then for Aaron's, this is the biggest one I think I've done. So all of these, fully all of these are just my character going after one person, but you'll understand. But for Aaron, oh boy, I'm doing. This is the first chapter, not first chapter, first I guess part of it, because since if you know or don't know already, the Testament to New Devil had two seasons. The first one, and the Testament to New Devil Burst. This one I'm calling the Testament to New Devil Genesis. And then the next one I might call like Reckoning or something like that, Revolution, some weird, maybe original title like that for the second part when I get there. Because I believe in total, I can double check. There's at least 12 episodes for the first season. Excuse me. There's at least 12 episodes for the first season, and I think you got a second page, I think, here. And there's 10 episodes for the second season, which is Testament Sister New Double Burst. So I think I'm going to do 22 parts, or I'm going to do 12, I guess, chapters based off of the anime, with my character Aaron replacing Basra, even going as full to the point of making his last name for the story wise anyway, Aaron Tojo. Now, as much as that maybe not won't make sense, it also made me more. It makes probably more sense than having to rewrite every, like his was it June, having to make his last name Winter. Like that probably wouldn't make as much sense for like the whole anime thing. And also I would feel weird having to call Mio Naruse Mio Winter. Mio Winter. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna do what I think would work better. So here's the kicker: is that Mio from the Testament Sister Devil he's going after? He's going after all the females that are grown adults, mind you. Just make that very clear. I'm pretty sure. Please don't quote me now. I'm pretty sure for Aaron's crushes, I put all the characters are adults. Yeah, adult Celise, Chisato, Kurumi, Lila, Lucia, Maria, Mio, Raphael Len, Zest, Yuki, Nonaka, Sapphire, adult Sheila. Yeah, essentially all the characters are the females are grown on full on grown adults. To make it to specify, because I know with Maria it's very hard to say, obviously, because at least in her succubus form she looks a lot older, but she has, you know, just put it bluntly, she looks like a kid in her regular form. So that's why it's very touchy, I guess, to use her. But I'm gonna say, in the context, I'm gonna try to find some way of writing around it to where it doesn't sound pervy or really inappropriate. But basically, like I said, the whole idea of this story is that I'm basically writing it this, and then the Yuki one, the Yunogasai one, is I'm writing the main male character. uh, she would kill anyone else over. And then Aaron, he's gonna be kind of get with all these females, cause just like weirdly enough, I'd say in the animes, Bashara kind of in a weird way tries to get all the females, except they're, I guess, he's the master or whatever. Again, anyways, so yeah, that's essentially all of my whole game plan, I guess, with all this stuff is I'm trying to do this whole big, I'll say big brain thing where I'm just trying to do all this. I'm so finally doing it. But yeah, if you could tell I mispronounced some things, to keep in mind my sleep schedule is completely fucked. So, but if you would like to try to help me with translations or something like that, and if you think my writing my stories is a good idea, or if you think I should not do that, do tell me. I might listen to you, I might ignore you. I don't know, but anyway, you'll have yourself a good